Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be making for you Jamaican brown stew beef. I hope you all enjoy this one. We're going to show you the ingredients what we're using for today. If you want to follow along, there's a shopping list in the beginning of the video what's got the list of the ingredients and the measurements of the ingredients what we're using for today. So we're going to show you the ingredients now. Right, so these are the ingredients what we're going to be using today. We've got some black pepper, paprika, thyme, onion powder, garlic powder and salt. We've got our carrots. We've got some garlic cloves. We've got our tomatoes. We've got some tomato puree. We've got some pimentos, cumin powder and some chili flakes. We've got our onion, a bit of Scotch bonnet, some red pepper, green pepper and spring onions. We've got some browning. We've got some olive oil. We've got our sweet potato, which I haven't peeled yet, so don't want it going black. And we've got our beef. So those are our ingredients what we're going to be using for today. I've already got the beef, I've already washed it and with vinegar and everything, and I've already chopped it into the cubes size. If you want to chop yours smaller, you can chop it smaller. That's the size what I want my one at. Right, so we're going to start this one. So we've got our beef, and into that I'm going to put some of the gravy browning. I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls. And then I'm going to put our chili flakes, our cumin and our pimento seeds in. I'm going to give it a little stir. And then we've got the rest of our seasonings, which is paprika, black pepper, thyme. We've got some onion powder, garlic powder and some salt. So just going to shake that together to get it a little bit incorporated. I'm going to sprinkle that over our meat as well. I'm going to mix that in. Can do this by hand, but I'm just doing it with the spoon. Because once you get it all up in your nails and everything, then it doesn't look good on the video. Right, so that's our meat how we want it. You can see it's looking all nice. So we're going to go over to our Dutch pot. We're using our large one today. I was going to use a small one, but I think it shows the picture better in the bigger one. So we're going to light that up. So I'm going to put that on a medium to high heat. Right, so we've got that on a medium to high heat. We're going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use the recipe, what you usually would do it by, you would use the coconut oil, but some of my lot don't like the coconut oil, so I'm using the olive oil instead. So we're just going to let that heat. So I mean that while that's heating up, we're going to just prep the fish what we're going to be using. So we've got our carrots, which we've already washed off. We're just going to cut those into chunks. You can cut them into slices, you can cut them however you want them, but we're just going to use the slices today. So that's our carrots. I'm just going to rinse these off again, the spring onions. Right, so that's our spring onions. Do our big onion into rings. That's our onions. And we've got our 2 peppers, what we're going to be using. Just down a little bit more spring onion, just put that, do that quickly. At this time I'd like to thank all those that are leaving comments in the comments section. It does help us to know what you want to see on the channel, what you think of our channel. You know, since we started, we're coming along nicely, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying the contents. If you're here for the first time, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We do get back to you on them. I know a lot of you are requesting to see different things. We only can do what we can do at the moment. And I know a lot of you have been asking to see contents for what the kids can follow along with as well. We're trying to get those in as well. So we've got all our veg prepped. So we've got those ready to go. Right, so we're going to go over to our oil, which should be hot enough by now, and we're going to just sear off our beef. So we've got our beef. Just going to brown that off a bit. So that's going to take a bit of about 10-15 minutes. Right, so we've got that nicely browning off. So we're going to put the cover on So that's going to let it spring its own water, which is what you want it to do. You might get a lot of water or you might only get a little, but you just want it to spring its water. So I'm just going to put the cover on and then let that cook down and spring its own water. Right, so just going to check this now. As you can see, it's nicely sprung some water. Although we're going to be adding a bit more to this soon. You see, that's just its own water. So we're just going to let this water reduce down a bit. And we're going to add another 2 spoons of browning. Just going to stir that in. As you can see, I'm not using the dark browning. The one what I'm using is a brown stew seasoning. That's the one I'm using. So we've got that going for now. And soon we're going to start to add our rest of seasonings to it. So we've got this nicely boiling down. We're going to add our carrots, which is the one what's going to take the longest to cook. And we're going to get our garlics in and put that through the crusher. That's our garlic. I'm going to give that a stir through. As you can see, that's starting to look nice already. And this is where you're going to just taste it to see if you need to add anything else to it. Right, that's alright. Right, so to that now, I'm going to add our water. using boiling water, so make sure that you use boiling water. You don't want cold water going in there. It will cool down a little bit, but the water is boiling, so it should come back to the boil pretty quickly. Right, so we've got that bubbling. We're going to add our tomato puree to it now. And you want to turn down your heat now to a low gas mark. We're just waiting to see that bubble up a bit. Then we're going to put in the rest of our seasonings. Right, so we've got that bubbling up again. We're going to put in our onions and our spring onions. Let's give that a little stir in. Then we're going to put in our tomatoes and our pepper on our little bit of Scotch bonnet. Right, so we've got everything in. Just going to let that come back to the boil, and then we're going to put our cover on, and then we're going to leave it for about an hour. Just let everything incorporate. Okay, we'll see you back then. Right, so we've had this on the fire now for about 45 minutes. As you can see, it's nicely thickening up and nicely cooking down. As you can see, our beef. As you know, with beef you've still got a long way to go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to wash our sweet potato and put that in. As you can see, I'm putting them in nice and chunky because I don't want them to mash down. So we've got those nice and chunky. Just going to stir those in. If you want to add more sweet potatoes, you can. You just want to make sure that your sweet potatoes is in that. So you're just going to leave this now, put the cover on, just leave that and just let it cook down now. Once your potatoes are soft, then it should be about ready. So these potatoes have gone in about 45 minutes into the cook time. And you don't want to add any more water to this, you just want to let the potatoes steam down really. Right, so we'll get back to you when that's gone down a bit. Right everybody, so we've got this down to where we want it now. Just gonna make sure our sweet potatoes are cooked. You can see they're nicely cooked, so everything's nice and cooked. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do this with some, what we Jamaicans call hard food. So we're going to show you that process, and then we're going to plate up and show you the results. So we're going to turn this off for now, because this is all cooked. You can see all our beef is all nice and soft. So we're going to turn that off. Then once we've done the rest of our food, what's going with it, then we'll show you it plated up. Right, so we've got our pot on the fire now. Just going to let that come to the boil, and meanwhile I'm just going to do some prep on our food what we're going to be doing. So I've still got some more sweet potato what I'm going to boil off. And we're going to be using a bit of yam and some endos, or we call them cocoa. And we've got some plantains, and I'm going to do some dumplings to go with that as well. So we're just letting our pot come up to the boil, and then we can put these in, and this is what we're going to have with our stew beef. So I hope like everybody's liking up our videos. We notice a lot of people are watching, and if all those people what's watching the channel would subscribe, then we would have reached to where we want to reach by now. But you know, we know that nothing is done before the time, so you know, we're just doing the contents what we can do. So we've got our sweet potato peeled off. I'm just going to cut this into some things so it cooks a bit quicker. So our water's boiled up now. So I'm just going to rinse these off and then get them in. Bit more black on this, so I'm just going to take that off. So just going to put these in. But these are the things what takes the longest to cook. I'm going to just peel off our yam. Do this with a potato peeler. It's a bit harder, so what I don't want is cut up my hand. So that's our yam. I'm just going to cut this into 2 slices. I'll show you my bigger knife. leave these like. So this is our yams going in. We're just going to peel our cocos and put those in as well. Right, so we're going to just put in our cocos now. So just doing those off in salt water. Going to rinse off my hands meanwhile. I'm just going to wipe down our side and then right, so we've got our flour mix. And get some cold water. So in here we've just got flour and some salt. I'm going to use a spoon for the first part. Just mix it together. I'm not doing that many. And just put some water in there. And just bring it together. So this is how we make our dumpling mix. So I'm soon going to have to get my hand in there to bring it together. But I'll show you that when I've finished. Right, so we've got our mix coming together. Just got a little bit of flour left at the bottom. So that should just mix in. And put a little tip of water to get that bottom bit mixed in. So we've got our things boiling now in our pot nicely now. I'm just going to turn down this heat on underneath it just to make it go. So we're going to get our dumplings in, and you know when dumplings cook because they float to the top. I'm just going to give this a little stir. Make sure that everything's coming along nicely now. Right, so we're going to add our dumplings in. So as you know with dumplings it's just roll and press. So I'm not making them big this time. If you want them bigger then you can do them bigger. So we've got our last thing what we're going to put in, which is our plantain. Then we're just going to leave that to simmer to when it's cooked. going to give our pot a little stir. You see everything's coming along nicely. So we're just going to leave that and then just let it cook down. Our sweet potatoes. So we're just going to let that simmer down and then we should be good to go. Right everybody, so this is our meal plated up. Our Jamaican brown stew beef with some what we call in Jamaica hard food. So I hope you all like this video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment in the comment section. We do get back to you on them. And thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.